Hi, it's Lisa Walker. Now this is the third video in the series of blogging. Now we're just going to talk in this one about SEO. Now I've actually got a plugin on this WordPress website that actually helps you with your SEO score, and it's really handy to have because you can actually go through and check everything that you've done to make sure that you've got the green go ahead light to say that your SEO is optimized for the search engines. Now this one here isn't perfect, but you will see at the top here that it has given me the green light. So, I don't want to overanalyze it and spend too much time on a post because it already takes me a few hours to, come up with the content and then write it, set it out and post it and publish it, and find images. So, I don't want to overanalyze, but as long as I get the green light, I'm happy enough with that. So what you can do here is with these plugins, this will give you an idea of what your post will actually look like if it comes up in the search engines. So you can actually change how you want this to look. So for example, this first snippet of this first sentence will usually default to the very first sentence of whatever your post is, the first so many words. So you can actually, that may not be very good, or it might not be eye-catching, or it may not be good enough for a person to click. So you can actually edit that snippet and change it to what you want to help your increases of people, to increase people actually clicking on this and want to actually read your post. And here you put in your focus keyword, which mine is positive psychology, and then it tells you all the things that you need to go through and check. So it's telling me, how many times my keyword appears throughout the post. It's telling me that my keyword is in the URL of the page, which is good. It's saying here that I've never used this focus keyword before on my blog, which is good, rather than duplicating too many of the same keyword on your blog is not good. And it also tells me that I've done my alt tag for my keywords on all my pictures, which is good. It's telling me that my text contains 790 words, which is good. The recommended minimum is 300. Content is king now, so really they're saying that, pillar posts or epic blog posts, anything between 700 and 1500 words is what you really need now to really try to get your blogs up in the search engines. Okay, so it's telling me a few other things here. It's telling me that, the flash score isn't very good and that it's difficult to read. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, some of the paragraphs have a little bit more condensed because of the width of, this template. So where I've done a couple of sentences might be a little bit longer. But I don't think it's that bad. I mean, you could space things out a little bit more for ease of reading. But I mean, my particular theme and my font is quite a good size. I feel like it's reasonably easy to go through and read, to be honest. So I'm not going to really overanalyze that. So yeah, and occasionally, sometimes this this plugin will actually tell you a few things that you've actually have done. Like it'll say you do not have your keyword in the first sentence, or you do not have it in your title, and I actually have. And it's like, well, actually, I actually have. So what are you talking about? So some things I kind of don't overanalyze. As long as I've got the green light to go, that's all good. So what plugin am I using? There's usually a couple I install. I think it's the one for Yoast actually is the one I usually tend to install. Yeah, this one here, Yoast by SEO. That's usually the one I install, which I quite like. There's other ones you can get too, but I really like this one from Yoast. And it's good because you've actually got this checker, and it checks everything that you need to know to make sure that you've actually done all the main things. Now, if you come back to your post here, just under your post category, you can see down here your SEO on the right hand side. I've got the green light for all of my posts so far. So as long as I see a whole list of green lights next to all my posts, that's all I'm really worrying about. I'm not going to overanalyze because there's just so much work with blogging and social media and everything else that you start overanalyzing everything, you never actually get anything finished or done. So the main thing is just to get your content out there and keep perfecting things and getting better as you go along the way. So that's it for this video. Now, what I encourage you to do, especially if you're in the group, is to ask questions, leave a comment, ask anything that you weren't actually sure about, or if you've got questions about anything else that I might have actually missed as well. or if you're wanting to know a little bit more about keywords, ask some questions and I'll know what sort of things that you're not quite sure about or that you're still learning about, and then I can answer that in the group. So thanks so much for listening, and I hope you've actually learned something and how to set out your blog. So thanks for listening.